Hello and welcome to the Amazing Hearts interview series. I'm Marlon Cruz, co-founder of BizTech Global Services. And today we have a pleasure to meet Jarmila. Jarmila is a Czech-Australian global citizen whose current stop on her exhilarating life and journey is Frankfurt, Germany. So she is the founder and CEO of the Purposeful Lifestyle platform and brand called Emerald Jazz. And through Emerald Jazz, Jarmila offers life coaching and communications and public affairs services, as well as an online shop. Features women's fashion clothing and a first novel about personal development called The Third Suitcase. Building on her rich and diverse life and professional experience, Jarmila also shares abundant content on LinkedIn and social media platforms, advice, and useful tips for social media, mainly on the LinkedIn and on her website too. So for her both business and well as a personal life, Jarmila abides by the same guiding philosophy that she herself has written. So I'm going to read it out. We choose to live our lives with intention, audacity, and in full harmony with our own unique personal essence. Welcome, Jarmila.
Thank you, Marlon. Thank you for having me.
No problem. So I'm so excited to have a chat to you. So could you tell us a little bit of your background and what your different ventures within your company, Emerald Jazz, consist of?
Sure. So my background is, as you mentioned, I'm Czech-Australian. I was born in Prague, and when I was 8 years old, my family immigrated for political reasons to Australia. So I grew up during my adolescence years in Australia. Then I went back to Prague and traveled since then. Basically all over the world, having worked and lived on numerous continents. So I'm a global citizen. My background is in communications, marketing, political science, and I've been working for 17 years in various multinational corporations, mainly in communications, public affairs, and lobbying. And a few years ago, I decided to create my own company called Emerald Jazz. So my activity consists of, it's threefold. It's life coaching, because for over 20 years, during the time where I was working in the corporate world, I have been interested in personal development. It was like an obsession for me. I was doing that on the side for myself and also helping others. So I decided to use that experience, use that knowledge, to help as many people as possible through Emerald Jazz. So now I offer life coaching services, mainly taking people through various changes in their lives and also helping them peel off layers of conditioning to really become who they are in order to build upon that and build upon what they would like to achieve. So design their life according to their own terms. I help them through various methods. It's all very individualized. I help them to achieve that. So that's the life coaching part.
Okay.
Then the communication services. That's also building on my 17 years experience in various multinational industrial corporations. And now I offer those services as an external contractor to various companies, institutions, even individuals who want to, for example, build their personal brand online or just market themselves. So that's something I'm passionate about. I really enjoy doing, and so I help. I work with, for example, communications directors or CEOs of companies, and as I said, individuals to enhance their communications in any way. I have experience on internal, external, digital, offline. So that's another part of the work that I do. The third part is I launched a small women's fashion collection. So that was a fun project, a creative project that I decided to do. We launched, I was working with a Parisian fashion designer, and we launched a small collection that is ethical, that is versatile. I wanted it to be 100% European. Yeah. So it was designed in Paris with Swiss fabrics, Italian fabrics, and produced in Poland. So that's on the online shop of Emerald Jazz. Plus, I have written a book about personal development, which is called The Third Suitcase. So that is also on the website. So all of that is part of the Emerald Jazz universe.
Very good. Oh my God, that's like a lot of diverse things you've done, and and also the project seems to. So obviously, when you in the corporate world, working on the highly successful, I guess leadership and communication career that you had in the corporate, what made you when did you start writing the book? What made you jump out of it? What was that click moment? Did you have one of them?
Mm-hmm. Well, it was a process. Actually, to answer your question, the book I started writing about 10 years ago already. So it was a process that was on and off. Okay. It wasn't difficult. It was quite difficult juggling, that creative aspect with a full-time job where I was traveling a lot. So it took a while. But I've had that, as I said, passion about personal development. So I was doing that on the side in addition to my full-time job. But basically, the decision to leave the corporate world and to start my own business, Emerald Jazz, is mainly because I wanted to live according to my own values. So we mentioned before my guiding philosophy, and I wanted to just have my life completely aligned with who I am, with what I believe in, and through my, various experiences, I wanted to help as many people as possible. So it was, first of all, to live according to my values, design my life on my own terms, so to be free. Obviously that, involves a lot of work, but that's, that was the motivation. Yeah. And to use all my experience and my passions and what I've learned over the years, and of course I continue to learn, to help others. And that was the driving force.
Very good. And obviously there's a little creative gene in you to, create like a fashion brand or a women's clothing, I guess, line. What made you come up with that, or was that your creativity just to designs, or as a multifaceted? Give a bit of information on that.
Yeah, sure. So the fashion collection was basically because I was frustrated in my past life working in the corporate world. Yeah. I was busy. I had a very intense lifestyle, and I wanted to feel comfortable, look elegant, and have clothes that I could use for various occasions. So, you get up in the morning, you put something on, and you keep it on during the day. You go through meetings, you run errands. In the evening, you go to some dinner, some cocktail, to the opera maybe. And I wanted to have clothes that are, elegant, comfortable, that you can dress up, dress down. And since I had kind of difficulty finding them, I decided to create a collection to serve, those women who were in my situation, who want quality, who also want the ethical part, because everything, how the clothes were produced is completely transparent. Basically it was out of frustration. So I wanted to respond to that lack that I felt.
Not a lot of people that do fashion line up through frustration. So congratulations, and that's like an amazing job, So So Jarmila, I just want to ask you with the, your guiding principles that you have, written yourself, can you break that down for us a little bit, what are the components of it?
Sure. So the guiding principle, it's actually, I make a point of applying that to my business, Emerald Jazz, as well as to my own personal life. So we choose to live our life with intention, audacity, and in full harmony with our own unique personal essence. So every word was very carefully thought out. Mm-hmm. First of all, we choose. So how we live is a choice. We are the actors and are responsible for the way we design and live our lives. Of course, we can't control the external factors, but what we can control is how we react to them. So we can control our reactions and our decisions. So we are responsible. That is the first part. We choose. The second part is with intention and audacity. So intention refers to being conscious of how we live and why we do what we do. So we don't run on autopilot. We know our why. We have thought about why we do things and how we do them. Audacity, it's all about courage. Because if we want to live a life that is aligned with who we are, we need to take courageous steps to get out of our comfort zone, to work on ourselves. We need to face ourselves. Sometimes it's not comfortable, but it requires courage to step outside the unknown, basically. And the last part is in full harmony with our own unique personal essence. So that refers to knowing who we are in all our uniqueness, in all our genius, which sounds very simple, but this is a result of having done deep inner work to, in my view, and what I have done and what I work with my clients on doing is peeling off all of the layers of conditioning that they have built up, of all of the mindset, limiting mindset blockers, perfectionism, imposter syndrome, all of that. We need to get rid of that, come to our personal essence, and then build. So that's being ourselves. That's what the third part of the motto means. It's really doing the work, doing the necessary work to live our lives aligned to who we are.
So I think so what I got from that is that's like amazing, and although it's sounds very simple, it's very complex, and as you said that the complexity is and not in the word, but in the way that you go about unlocking the identifications that we build in our own mind that locks us in there. So what I heard there is that the choice to live intentionally as yourself, the true yourself, so that is beautiful. Like there's no other word to explain that. So thank you so much. So Jarmila, if you had like a lot of time, we most probably spend talking about things a bit more, but I just wanted to ask you anything else you want to share with the listeners while we're here now?
Sure. Just briefly, so we live in a time where we are more and more dependent on the internet, and we are seeing that currently, it's evident. We cannot avoid that. So I would like to stress the importance of building our personal brands, our digital presence, and this means working on that strategically. Being known as an expert in our field, conveying our values, talking about who we are, what we stand for, and engaging with like-minded individuals. That's very, very important, and I think this is the way to go. And we really need to, my belief is we really need to all step up and have a solid online presence.
Absolutely, and I think so you made a good point there on like, I think people use a personal brand very loosely, you know, so personal brand for me is you, Jarmila. That's you, the brand, you know, if you live that and you speak that and you portray every bit of what you believe in your business, in all the things you do, there's nothing else that can better than that. You can't beat that. So yeah, so that's really nice. So if the our users or our audience here wants to get in touch with you, Jarmila, how do they do that?
I'm present on LinkedIn. I'm regularly creating content on LinkedIn. So just with my name, Jarmila Zářická.
Yeah.
I also have a website, emeraldjazz.com. I'm also present on LinkedIn, but mainly, Instagram, but mainly LinkedIn is my main social media platform.
Awesome. Yeah, so we'll put all the links to the website and all your programs. We'll most probably, put that on the comments. Thank you so much for, participating in this interview in what I call the amazing heart. So you have amazing heart. So, and I think you will touch so many people in fantastic ways with all the great work you do. So thank you so much for, participating, and we'll see you again soon.
It was a real pleasure. Thank you, Marlon.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye-bye.